Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my weekly forex forecast, which I do every weekends. So this is on a Friday. As you can see, the market is already closed here. If the market were to be open, it will be this gray dot here will be green. So this is to show that the market is already closed. So this is on DSY. As you all know, I use DSY as an indicator. And if you watch my previous video, you will notice that I was predicting to go long here on DSY. Now I want to teach you guys something about flexibility. Flexibility is one of the most important skill you need as a trader. I was expecting price to go long here on DSY. Then looking at how the candle form, like the candle formation, that's why we call it price action. You allow the markets to react. You allow the market to act rather than you react. So I looked closely and I saw how the candles were arranging themselves here. As you already see, the market came here, it formed something like a double top here, and immediately it sold off. So immediately I saw this double top, I was like, yo, this market is no longer ready to go to the upside. Immediately I changed my bias and I went long, on Euro USD, because I use DSY as an indicator. If I analyze DSY and I see that DSY is going to be strong, I go over to Euro USD or GBP to go short. I don't know if you understand. Like, after I noticed that this DSY is going to be bearish, then now I went over to Euro USD and I bought. So let's go over to the forward time frame so that you can see the entry properly. And I also sent it out to my Telegram channel. This was the buy trade here. See where I sent out the signal. This was on I sent out the signal August 1st. I was like waiting for bullish candle close and break of counter trend line. Then if you notice here, the market, let's go over to the daily. The market broke below the zone. If you notice, then it broke below the zone. Then I was still waiting and watching. Then the next day, I came and I saw that there's a formation in the 15 minutes time frame. I took this trade on the 15 minutes time frame, and I updated them 11:37 a.m. and I was like, I am long Euro, risk only 20 pips and enter with your smallest lot size. If it works out, we will be swinging it as we did GU and also be adding positions as it progresses. So I said for now it is still risky. That's why I said enter with your smallest risk. And now look at the trade here. I am still holding this position strong, and the position is on the phone I'm using to film. If not, I would have showed you guys the position. Then that is it. So for you to be successful in this game, you have to be flexible. Don't have a fixed bias on any pair, because the market is dynamic. The market is always changing constantly. So if you have a fixed bias, when the market is about to change, your bias won't let you to notice the change in the trend. So that's what I want to tell you guys about flexibility. You have to be flexible. So enough of that now. So this is what am I looking at for the coming weeks. Let's go back now to the monthly time frame. As you all know now, this sell-off here, the market has already returned to bearish move, because this sell-off here is very massive. It's a very massive sell-off. So let's go back to the monthly time frame. What am I seeing? Let me delete all these things so that it will look nice and clean. So let me leave this one. So as you already know, the market formed a double bottom here, and it's bought all the way to the neckline. It couldn't break above the neckline. On the norms, it's supposed to break above the neckline and retest the neckline before continuing with the buys. But as you already saw here, it came to the neckline and it consolidated small, and then it's now selling off. So showing that the bullish trend is almost over, that the market now is likely to come back to this zone here, this gray zone here, as you already know, to form something like a triple bottom or something like that. So now we have already established that the monthly time frame is currently in a mini downtrend. So now let's go back to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, this is the neckline. It's consolidated on before selling off. Then if you look closely at the weekly time frame here, you see that there's a minor zone over here also. and the market has currently broken below that minor zone with this big red candle. Then if you look also, you see that there is a zone here, a minor zone. So the market is still bearish on the weekly time frame also. Then daily time frame is where I watch out for my patterns and watch out for my entry. This is where I do my entries. So what am I looking at for on DSY? I'm still expecting more bearish. I'm still expecting DSY to be more bearish because I've already told you guys, and I've already showed you guys my reasons using the monthly time frame and the weekly time frame. So how are we going to be taking opportunity of this sell move on DSY? So if you noticed, if you have studied DSY properly, you see that after every major move there will be a consolidation. Like if you notice here, let's start from here, there was this massive move to the downside, then it came, it consolidated before it continued. This massive push to the upside, it consolidated, pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, consolidated, then it changed, it reversed, pushed down, consolidated, pushed down. So now if you notice here again, it pushed all the way to the downside, it consolidated, and now it's already started pushing down to the downside again. So I am expecting to see another consolidation. Where it will happen, I don't know. How it's going to happen, I don't know. So it might decide to come to this black bar before I will see a leg to the upside. But what I'm sure of, that leg to the upside is going to likely happen, because this market can also decide to start shooting all the way to the downside without even retracing. So that's the forex market for you. So I'll be waiting and watching if and if only we will have that leg to the upside. Like I said before, how it will form, I don't know. Even if it will form, I still don't know. So but if it forms, so I'll be waiting to see that leg to the upside. Then I'll watch and see the pattern it prints for me to still hop on the sell position on DSY. So that is what I'm looking at for on DSY. So we'll be watching and observing DSY for the meantime. Then Euro USD, I'm still holding this trade on Euro USD. I'm still holding this trade. So where am I looking to take my profits? At this gray bar here. So as you already know, you guys might be wondering, why did I take this buy trade? I already explained why using DSY. I saw that DSY has lost momentum to the upside, and it has already printed a double top for sell. So I quickly changed my bias and I started being on the bearish side on DSY. So that's majorly what prompted me to take these buy trades on Euro USD. So enough of that. What am I looking at for on Euro USD? So let me delete this. I will put it back later. Then let's start from the monthly time frame. Let me delete all this so my charts can look neat and nice. So on a monthly time frame, this one is pretty hard because the market was once bearish, and I thought that this will be a leg to the upside, and it's already formed a double top self. So I was thinking that this market is going to crash all the way to the downside to this gray bar here. But as you can see, that is not happening anytime soon. And if you look closely, you notice that Euro USD has already started forming a buy pattern here. Look at the way the candles arrange. This is what we call this price action. Watch the way the candles are arranging themselves. You see that this arrangement here is looking like a buy continuation on Euro USD. Watch close and see the way the candles are arranging themselves. And as you already know, it has formed a low, a higher low, then another higher low. So that's the same flexibility I'm telling you guys about. I've now switched my bias from being bearish to being bullish, but there's a but there. The market needs to break above this gray bar here, this gray bar. The market needs to break above it before I'll be fully confident in my long bias on Euro USD. So let's go back to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, as you can see, the market needs to break above this gray bar here. That's where my TP is. So if the market gets to this gray bar, it might also decide to sell off from here also. This forex market is full of possibilities. So that's why you have to be careful. You have to have a written rules down that's guiding you. You have to have rules that if this happens, I will do that. If this happens, I will do that. As in the case of DSY, I just explained a few minutes ago. So I'll be waiting and watching for Euro USD to see how Euro USD will react to this gray zone here. It might decide to come here, consolidate a little bit and continue with the sell. It might also decide to come here and break above it. So whichever one it does, I'll come back here also and alert you guys on my bias. But I'm favoring upside. Like I am more in tune to the upside. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry for that. So I am more bullish on Euro USD than bearish. So let me put it like that. So that's what I'm looking at for on Euro USD. I'm waiting for price to show me what it wants to do here at this gray box here. Whether it wants to break above it or break below it. If it continues to, if he fails to go below this gray bar here, then we'll be shorting this market, and our first TP will going to be here and our second TP will be here. But if it breaks above this zone here, then I will look for buying opportunities, and I'm going to be buying this market all the way. This will be my first level target, and this will be my second level target. So let's give Euro USD enough time for you to choose which side it wants to go. Then for GBP USD is pretty much bullish. Remember, we sold GBP USD around this place. If you think I'm lying, check my previous video, my last immediate video. I documented how I was able to catch this sell position from GBP USD, but I hopped out pretty early. I hopped out around this place because I thought that this big spike to the upside was going to happen here. So it is what it is. You can't catch them all. Sometimes you still leave money on the table, but that's fine. You have to grab the much more you can. Like grab whatever you can and leave the market. So looking at this GBP now. Well, let's start from the monthly time frame. Let's see what's happening on the monthly time frame. Let me delete all these things. Monthly time frame. The same story with Euro USD. The same story. It's looking as if GBP USD is no longer bearish. That is already turning bullish. The same story with GBP USD. If you can see here, the market was once very bearish. Then I thought that this leg is going to be like a retracement for it to continue lower, because the market won't just continue falling to the downside or continue buying forever. It will fall and rise. Okay, let me explain it. It will fall, then it will rise to the upside, then it will fall again, then it will rise to the upside. So it won't just fall to the downside like this. No, that's not possible. That's not possible. So I was looking at this. Sorry for that. Why is this not deleting? So I was looking at this as a leg to the upside for it to continue crashing to the downside. But with the look of things now, with the look of the DSY bearishness, and with the look of how this monthly candle closed, you see the monthly candle closed with a small body. It left a huge wick to the upside, but with the way it closed, it nearly closed above. Let me zoom in properly so you understand what I'm talking about. It nearly closed above this candle. And looking at the way this new month candle started, it has already dropped a wick to the downside. So I'm seeing this as a wick to the downside for it to continue to shoot higher. So looking at the way the candles are forming, that's why they call it price action again. You have to watch, allow the market to show you its hand. The way the candles will print, the way the candles will arrange themselves will tell you what the market is likely to do, because you cannot get this market, you cannot predict this market 100% right all the time. Sometimes you are going to normal and you hit yourself. So with the way this market is arranging itself on the monthly time frame, I am seeing this as a bullish sign. And also considering the bearishness on DSY. So I think that this sell move on the GPUSD is over. Then coming over on the weekly time frame, ideally this market is supposed to come and touch all the way to this gray bar here before it will now decide whether it wants to buy or continue selling. But if you go over to the daily time frame, you see that there is a minor zone that held this price from selling. Let me draw it properly. It came here, it touched, it sold, touched, sold, touched, is consolidated, sold off. Then market broke above it, and currently it is retesting on top of this zone. And watch the pattern it is printing. This is a big red candle, and there's another big green candle following it up and almost covering 50% of that previous red candle. This is what we call shades is a Tuesday bottom. Or be what? There's a chart pattern, a name for this type of candle formation here. So I'll be cautious going into the next week because I'll wait. And there's also a trend line coming from here. So you see, there's a lot of confluences here suggesting GBP/USD bullishness. So, but this market won't just shoot to the upside. I will still wait and I will still observe how the market will react around this zone, because I feel like the market will consolidate a lot more here, like it did here and here before this upward push. So I feel that this market needs to relax a little bit here, play around this zone here. Then while it is playing around this zone, I will then look and see how the candles arrange themselves. Then with the arrangement of the candles, then I will know if I'll be going short or if I'll be going long. But I am favoring the upside than the downside now. So if by adventure the market shows us a bullish sign, if I buy this market, or if I go long on GPSD, I'll be taking my position. I'll be taking my take profit. My TP1. My TP1 is going to be at 100% retracement, which is here. Then my TP2 is going to be this final level here. That is if I see what I like on this zone, because this market can also continue to drop. So, but I am more bullish on GPSD than I'm bearish. So, and actually I even prefer this GPUSD setup than Euro USD, because Euro USDs I didn't risk the normal position size I'm meant to risk in that account, because it was way too risky. Just imagine shorting this market after a very bearish candle. Let's go over to Euro USD. Just imagine shorting this candle after it already broke below this zone. So ideally this market was meant to continue pushing to the downside, but I knew what I saw, so I couldn't risk like enough for me to gain like a proper dollar from this trade. So, but if I see what I like on this GPSD, I will risk more. I will risk more on the trade. So keep my fingers crossed. I will be watching to see how price reacts on this zone. Remember, price action, you wait for the market to act, then you react. You don't react and expect the market to act. No, it doesn't go that way. So I'll be waiting. So the major part of next week we'll be waiting, or let's say for this month, because this month is just starting. This is just 3rd of August. So this month is just starting. So the majority of this month will all be waiting for the market to show us the side it wants to go, whether it wants to go higher or lower. So that is what I'm looking at for on my pairs for the coming weeks. So if you want to join my Telegram channel, whenever I see a setup, or if By the end of the day, if I decide to take any trade, whether Euro USD or GBP USD, this is where I will drop it, and I will give updates. I will give a written update on why I took the trade. Like this is my previous GBP USD trade, which I documented. Right from the onset, I updated them that look, I'm going short on GBP USD. See, waiting and watching to go short on GBP USD. It has already formed an end pattern, waiting for the final confirmation. Let me see. Okay, no, not this move. Okay, you see, July 18th. July 18th. This is where I updated them. I am short on GU. Risk management is advised, please. So the link to my Telegram channel will be in the description. So come and join us. Let's trade together. So peace out. See you guys in my next YouTube video.